Sorry, I didn't introduce myself when I was doing the game. My name's Carol and I'm part of the leadership team here. And as Chris said, I'm talking this morning and I wanted everyone to be included. So if you would like to come and sit down here, it'll be really helpful because I think you're going to feel much more included in what I'm doing. So if you're a child, sit down here. If you're an adult, feel free to come and sit down here. It will just mean you'll feel much more included. And if anyone's in that church centre, come on down, come on in as well, then come and join in. Yeah, can I not persuade anyone else to come? There's no one sitting here. Oh, and Antonia, thank you. Antonia's going to sit. You can sit on the chair. Lovely. Thank you. Yeah, just have a sit down on the floor. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Lovely. Anyone else? Charlie, and the boys, no. Tess, Carrie, thank you. Jude, lovely. Bertie, Hector, can't persuade you to come and sit down here. Olin, oh, great. Oh, this is great. Great, thank you. Perfect. Lovely. So now you've all got yourselves sitting comfortably, what I'd now like you to do is, if you would like, I'd love to hear about all the things that have been happening over the summer holidays. So if you would like to come and share with me and tell people about a little bit about yourself to help me with my talk, would you just come up one step further onto the stage? Oh, okay, right. Anyone else? Yeah, come on, we need to have someone else just other than Katie. Yeah. Anyone else? Just come and... Well, what I might have to do is come and... Okay, Jude's going to come, lovely. Yeah, come up. Anyone else can come? I just want to ask you how you're going to... I want to find out what you've been doing in the summer holidays. I want everyone to feel included. Gosh, it feels very scary, doesn't it? It's not scary at all. Okay, lovely. Anyone else? This is the last call. Charlie and boys, you've moved closer. Can I get you up here? Oh. Okay, right, so who have we got here then? Could you introduce yourself?
Oh gosh, I think I'll be first. Right, so my name is Mary, and our main event of the summer holiday was that our son Rob got married.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you. Could you just tell me your name?
Oh, Antonia.
Thank you, Antonia. And your name is?
Bertie.
Bertie, thank you, Bertie.
Tessa.
Tessa, thank you, Tessa. And your name is?
Jaden.
Jaden, thank you, Jaden. And can you tell me your name? Maybe Mummy might have to tell your name.
This is Jude.
Jude. And your name is?
Sarah.
Lovely, great, thank you. Right, now I'd love to hear all about what you've been doing in the summer holidays. Now, Mary did preempt that a little bit, but maybe there's something else. Something else, or the best, I don't think you can actually top. I don't think you can top, really, the wedding, can you?
I can't see what else I'm doing. Also, I've been helping with Team Family look after our darling elderly mums. So that has also been, it's a balance of different things, isn't it? But yeah, in many ways that has been a joy. Also worry, but also a massive joy.
Thank you. So Antonia, what has been the highlight of the summer holidays for you?
Should I take it? Ooh. I went bodyboarding with my daughter for the first time, and it was amazing because she's not like me. She's a natural in the water. And so she caught the waves instantly. And it was really nice catching the waves together. I also got to go in with my husband. And there was one time where we bodyboarded. And when we got to the end of the wave, we were able to high five. Whoa. So, yeah, that was pretty great.
Right, Bertie, highlight of your holiday?
My birthday.
Oh, what did you do for your birthday?
We went to the Flumes.
The Flumes, lovely. I realised I've got my back to everybody here. Tessa, what was the highlight for your holiday?
The day before yesterday, I went canoeing at Denorland Park.
Lovely, brilliant. Jaden, what's the highlight of your summer holidays?
Probably going to a theme park and nearly getting trapped in the car.
The highlight, the theme park, maybe not the getting trapped in the car, but the theme park was good. Sarah?
We've been to the beach.
Beach, perfect, lovely. Right, last question. Oh, don't worry. No. So Mary, tell us a little bit about what you're doing now. I mean, I was going to ask you about which school you go to or what job you're doing.
Yeah. Although I'm retired, I am now the joy of being a volunteer. Most retired people I know, looking around the church, are much busier. Well, as busy as people that are working. I can see them all. No, so I love being a volunteer mentor in 3 local secondary schools. So I'm really excited about that again. Yeah.
And Antonio, can you tell me about, well, you won't say which school you're going to, what year group you're moving to, but what are you going into, will be happening to you in September? Anything changing, or just what will you be doing in September?
Both my children will be in school, which is, thank you, milestone. But yeah, so I will be, I've been working sort of part-time as an art teacher, and I will kind of be building on those hours, basically. So yeah.
And Bertie, what's happening to you in September?
I'm going to secondary school.
Brilliant. And what school are you going to?
Bennett.
Bennett, lovely. Any more Bennetty people here? Yay. A few years ago for you, Dawn, maybe. Tessa, what year are you going into and what school are you going to?
I'm at St John's School and I'm going into year 4.
Year 4, lovely. And Jaden, what school are you at, or what school are you going to, and what year are you going into?
I am at Skinner's Grammar School and I'm going to move to year 8 next year.
Near year 8, so you won't be the newbie anymore. Yeah, lovely. And Sarah, anything changing what you can be doing in September?
I'm having my summer holiday because we don't have to do it in school holidays.
Oh, yes, brilliant, lovely. Well, thank you. It's been really lovely, hearing all about everybody's things that have been happening. Oh, Katie, yes, Katie. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I've forgotten something. Not about you, but I had lots of things to give you. Oh, of course, all these goodies. I have to really rub it in, don't we? There we go. Yes. Don't feel you have to have one if you don't like them. There we go. There we go. No, would you like a chocolate biscuit, Sarah? Not for no. Let's go back here. So, you've got a biscuit. Would you, Chris, could you just bring round the drinks, please? There we go. A sweet, yeah, yeah. We like to make everybody feel really welcomed in this church, so lovely. Yeah. And a little drink just to help wash it all down. There we go. It's only squash. No, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. Great. Yeah. Sarah, thanks. Lovely, thank you. Well, I hope you all really feel that it's been so lovely getting to know you all, and I hope you feel really included and valued and welcome. It's so nice having it all as part of our church, except, as you said, we didn't hear from everybody, did we? And not everybody was included. One person was excluded, and that was Katie. Katie, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very sad.
You're feeling very sad, yeah. So when we first started, giving things out, talking to people, what did you think?
Well, I'm always excited to have the microphone in my hand. So I did think, great, this is an opportunity to not be saying a notice. I can just talk about myself. I was very excited.
Good. I wonder, as it went on, to start with, you sort of might have thought, oh, she's just missed me because I'm at the end, or, the second time it happened, did you sort of think, oh, is this something's going on here?
Yeah, I did. And your face, Carol, your face was very much like, no, not for you.
And I guess that as it progressed, you could have started to feel a bit rejected, hurt, even angry.
I did. All of those things, and a bit awkward.
And awkward, yeah. That's a really good word, yeah. I hadn't thought of that. But yes, you demonstrated that really well. Thank you, yeah. So I guess a lot of us have felt, that you're ruining my rest of my talk now. So everybody, how could we make it up to Katie? You could have the plate. Yes, you could give her the plate, yes. You could have the plate. We could give you the plate of the drinks and all the chocolates, yes. Do you know, there was one other thing I thought we could do, or you could do actually, that would go above and beyond that. Above and beyond, because that's the theme of our summer services, above and beyond. Any thoughts? I might need to give it to you. Well, Kate, absolutely. It was someone giving up theirs so they didn't have anything so that Katie could have it. And you could be sisters. Thank you. So actually, yeah, you went above and beyond what was needed because you made Katie feel included and part of everything. So you can now go and sit back down on the front. Thank you very much for your helping. I'll have a big round of applause for you, but I can't really clap very much because I Right. So when you feel excluded, as Katie said, you can feel hurt, you feel left out, can feel awkward. And yet when you feel included, I don't know if it felt different to you, Katie, once you've been given all the chocolates and the drinks and Sarah gave up hers, but hopefully you started to feel, actually, I do start to belong here. I do feel included. I do feel accepted. I feel part of what's going on in this place. Now, wouldn't it be great to be able to give that same feeling to other people when they're being left out? Not just to notice. I mean, we all noticed that Katie was left out, but not many of us did anything. Well, actually, no, we sort of said to me, Katie, but we didn't rush to give her their chocolates and things. But we did notice. But what would it be like to go above and beyond, making sure that people feel included and equal and being part of a group? It's one thing to let someone join in with what we're doing, but actually welcoming them into a group with happiness and enthusiasm is going above and beyond. So Jesus came into the world for everyone. He often spent time with people who other people ignored or refused to even include in things. Jesus believed in inclusion and he welcomed everybody. And over the summer holidays, we've been hearing some amazing stories about the early church, how they shared what they had with others, how they cared for those in need who were part of their church. But what about the people who were outside of their church, who were a bit different? What about them? Well, we're going to hear a story today from the Bible, from Acts chapter 10, about how God challenged one of Jesus' disciples, Peter, about just that. And the Seed House family are going to help me. So hopefully you can all see Peter or Joseph. Can you all see Peter or Joseph? If you can't, come and sit back down because you'll be able to see him. So Peter was sat on the flat roof of a house. The sun was high in the sky and his stomach was rumbling. Peter began to think about what was for lunch. He was always careful to obey all the Jewish laws that he had followed when he first met Jesus, only eating certain foods to keep himself holy for God. Suddenly, Peter saw a strange vision. A sheet appeared in the sky above him and began to float down towards the roof. Peter blinked hard, but the sheet was still there. And as it got closer, Peter saw it was full of food, reptiles, birds, and all kinds of animals. "Get up and have something to eat," a voice spoke in Peter's ear. It was the voice of God. "I can't eat this," Peter urged, his stomach still rumbling. "This food is not allowed. It's unclean." "I can make anything clean that I choose," God explained. "Come on, eat something." "Nope," Peter insisted. "I won't eat that stuff." I'm telling you, it's all right, God said once more. You are allowed to do it. I know when you're hungry. I know you're hungry. Now eat it. Never, Peter shouted, and the sheet vanished. I wonder what all that was about, Peter thought to himself. Now downstairs, there was a knock at the door. It was one of the servants of a man called Cornelius, an officer in the Roman army. Our master wants to meet you, they explained. Cornelius and his whole family have become followers of Jesus. And he had a vision that you would be there, you would be here, and he sent us to find you. Now, Peter was very puzzled as he followed the men, or the man, or Maddie. Had God really spoken to somebody who didn't know the Jewish law? He knew that the Romans ate strange foods of all kinds, like the ones he'd seen on the sheet. Could it be that God was just trying to teach him something? What would Jesus have done? Peter thought to himself. Now, Peter had followed Jesus for many, many years. He'd seen him speak to lots of Jewish people. But he'd also watched him meet and care for people who nobody else would talk to, like Zacchaeus, the tax collector, who Jesus even went to lunch with. Like the lepers who Jesus had prayed for and had healed. And like the time that Jesus had welcomed all the children and drew them close. I'm telling you, it's all right. God's voice from earlier still rang in Peter's ears. And as Peter arrived at Cornelius' house, he finally understood. Of course, Jesus' message of love wasn't just for Jewish people like Peter. It was for everybody from all over the world. And this was just the beginning. Thank you. Well done. Brilliant. Thank you very much. So Peter changed his thinking, didn't he? He came to realise that God's love is for everybody, even if they seem different. And we, like that, should all be inclusive and accepting, open and welcoming to everybody, just like Jesus was and just like Jesus is. We need to all go above and beyond. So I wonder if now we can just close our eyes and think that maybe there's some people that you know that you could go above and beyond to help them feel included. And let's ask God to show us who they are and how we can do that. It may be people that are at school with you. It may be people that are involved in the activities that you do during the week. It may be someone in your street or in your community or in your place of work. Let's just ask God to show us. Dear God, you always include because you love everyone. Help us have an attitude of inclusion. Show us how we can be welcoming and include others with happiness and enthusiasm. Help us to stand up to those who exclude other people because they may appear different to them. Amen. And Laura and Bertie and Hector are going to carry on with our prayers.